Sixth Shir, Pashas Mosaei, Daf Peites Amud Aleph, and Sefer B'Midbar. Unfortunately, yesterday we didn't get too much inside of the Maimer, but we had to explain this in Yonim. Weiter in the Maimer, and Eis Gimel. And from the above to below, you have Memtes. In other words, if you're counting the 7 characteristics going from above to below, is 49 as like Sfira Seimer, that you're bringing Makifim from above to down to this world. To each one of the 7 midas, a yom yom, you bring it, it should be shining. All of the details, including also in the level of Malchus, which level of Malchus is the concept of Yesh and revealing it. However, the Masoros that were coming from below to above, only the 6 characteristic of every midah, because you don't need to have the Yesh, but absolutely around, you want to bring them to the level of Ayin, and not to feel the midas. As Rabbi Yechon ben Zakkai said before passing away, I do not know which way I'm going, which direction. And the reason is because he did not feel his midas completely were elevated. And therefore, they were not in the level of Yesh, but the level of Ayin. And therefore, there can be a question, is there the midas there, or the midas are not there? Chas v'sholom. And for those traveling, needed to be the level of Aaron as well. So even though the last traveling was not with Aaron physically, but he had to be with the power, with the energy of Aaron to be able to continue the rest of the traveling. Because Aaron is the same letters as Niret, the revelation, that Aaron is a concept of revealing. When Aaron, as it says, Ube'alos Aaron is Aneris, when he elevates the candle, not shining, not lighting the candles, but elevating. Because the candles are Neshamas Yisrael, the Yidden, as it says in Neravai Nishmas Adam, and Aaron is elevating the candles that they should be facing the menorah. He'll elevate them, they should be the level Neravai Nishmas Adam, should be an open way. And all the 42 traveling, then the level of Rotzei Mimata Lamala, going from below to above. And this is the concept of Krishma. In Pasha Shema, you have 42 words from V'avta till B'sharecha, as explained in Maimon Vinim Nerazav. And as also mentioned before, that the word Shema Yisrael has 6 words, because Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, which symbolizing the concept of the 6 midas which are included in each one of the midas. And after they had all the traveling, then they come Vayachanu, the level of Shuv, bringing it down to this world, which is the concept of Shemoneh after Krishma, that we're saying, Baruch Atah Hashem, we are bringing down, there should be Baruch like a brecha, like a flow, that it should come, the revelation, Atah, till it becomes like you, that it becomes revealed till a person can say you. And this was the main purpose of coming out of Mitzrayim, coming out of the boundary from above, that even Gan Eden Elyon is called a boundary, because it's a boundary of understanding. Something that has a limit, any type of limit, it's already a boundary. And therefore all the 42 traveling, everything is called coming out of Mitzrayim, till they came and they parked B'yad and Yericha. Yericha is a level of smell, which is small amount of shining from the thing itself. Like Ketapuchim. In other words, like the smell of apple. It's not apple itself. And it says Yaakov Avinu, when he came to Yitzchak to be blessed, Yitzchak says, I smell the clothing of him. And the bracha is, he'll give you from the dew of the sky. With also in the Zeir Balak, it says, it says that he was able to smell by the clothing that didn't say Shema. Why? Because the clothing, the level of the mitzvahs, the level of Makifim, which is a concept of Ratzon Elina, higher than understanding and higher than Chochmah. Because in Chochmah there's understanding. However, the mitzvahs come from the level of Ratzon, which is the concept of the desire of the Eibishter, which is the concept of smell. And therefore, Chazal says, one moment of true Ma'asim Tov in this world is greater than Olam Haba. And Schar Mitzvah is the mitzvah itself, which is higher than Olam Haba. And therefore it says, and he smelled the smell of his clothing. And he says, V'iten lecha. From the smell comes the blessing of Mital HaShamayim. What's Tal HaShamayim? Is concept, the dew of the sky, it's Ter Shebichsav. Umishmane Aretz, from the fats of the land, is Torah Shebal Peh, the oral part of the Torah. Their source is from the level of smell, Reach Godav, from the level of Makifim, which is hidden in the Chochmah Bina, which is Torah Shebal Peh. In other words, from the level of Ratzon Elyon, the Torah comes out from the level of understanding, but its source is from the Ratzon Elyon, from the Eibishter's desire. And therefore there's no understanding in the actual Torah. Only like a smell of it, that's what we have. As it says regarding Reach Nichech Lashem, Nichech is a level that is coming down, that we should be able to have some type of understanding, some type of connection to it. Shebifim et Havai Chadasha, which is a very high level, and when Mashiach will come, will be revealed the level Vericha B'iras Hashem, Lo Lemare Navishpet, the Melch Vadaim, and that's the level of Yad and Yerichei, as will be explained in greater length, but for all purposes for now, a good Shabbos.